Hey guys, welcome to the Real Life with QueenV show. Oh my God, happy Winning Wednesday. We're halfway through the motherfucking week. And I hope y'all achieve some goals because what are y'all doing? You know, I'm just saying, can't be partying and, you know, all of that and ain't achieving no goals. You know what I'm saying? Because when we get 75, we're going to be really upset being the Walmart reader talking about, can I check your receipt? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyways, you guys, I got two of those special guests, you know what I'm saying? This time, as per usual, like LITTY. But I'm saying like these guests are a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? With these two guests, I had to run their flyers back like a lot of times. Like I woke up listening to their flyers like it was Pandora, like the flyers that I made, like because their songs, I mean, just so amazing. Like their talent is unbelievable. So my question is like, how do they stay motivated? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of talented people in this world. You know what I'm saying? You can put in that work and you can have all the talent in the world and you still feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like some people give up, you know, and that's the ones that, you know what I'm saying, sometimes don't make it. But how long do you can be consistent before you're like, hey, this may not be for me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious because they got some really good talent. You know what I'm saying? So first, let's welcome in Rose. And I'm talking about she does her motherfucking thing. Wait, have y'all heard the flyer? Yeah, I'm just saying. She does her motherfucking thing. She can sing. All right, let's welcome her in. Hey, welcome.
Hey.
All right, so tell everybody where you're from.
All right. Well, I'm originally from Chicago, but I have been in Dallas for a few years now. But yeah, I was born in Puerto Rico, raised in Chicago, and now I claim Dallas as my home.
So what made you leave Chicago?
The life. My family wanted better for us. And just opportunity. Like out here, there's better schools. There's just, if you have a dream, it's definitely more possible out here.
Sure.
And someone's definitely willing to hear you out. So
yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So did you sing in Chicago, or is it something like that you picked up when you came to Texas?
I picked it up here, only because like out here the music scene is crazy. Like people may seem like Chicago's kind of like that, but it's really not as lit as Dallas when it comes to the music and the support being an artist. So I actually met some friends out here, and he inspired me to step foot into a studio for the first time. And it led from me recording my first song. And then I was like, I'm actually kind of good at this.
So I said, Big Pure. I did not know that you're with Pure. Big Pure, okay.
Absolutely, Big
Pure. That's the team. Hey, Cody. Hey, Michael Ray. Hey. So, did you always have a passion for music, or you knew you could sing because you can sing?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I sang all my life. Don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely sang, more like the church.
I was just gonna ask you
like that. Everybody always grows up singing.
That's
how it started. Where my mom was like, "My baby got a gift. I got to get her out there."
Yeah.
But once I started kind of living my own life, I've been on my own for a while. So it's like once I got out there and I just kind of steered a different path, and I wanted to do music my own way.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So tell me, who's your inspiration, like when it comes to your music?
Music-wise, one of my favorite artists, which I love how she is probably Victoria Monet.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
She's, for me personally, she's underrated. Like she doesn't get enough recognition, in my opinion. And I just feel like, man, it's like if I could be like that. And then it's like, in my opinion, she made hits all her career, but then it took on my mama for her to blow. Right. And I'm like, that's just how it happens. And that's what helps me keep my patience in this. Like, your time is coming, mommy. Just give it some time. You're going to blow up one day. And
you got to realize, like, I know you've been singing like forever, but you got to remember that when you just now really started, and for you to just now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you've been singing, but when you came to Texas is when you really start, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're doing so well. And it's not like you've been doing it since, like, I've been doing this since I was 10. You know, some of these people have been out here doing this for like 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Like I've been, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're in a very, you got a good fan base. Every time I was talking about you, everybody was in my inbox. Like, I know her, I love her. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I love all my artists that I interview, but you know, you can tell who's popping or who has a fan base when you share when I put the flyers up and the people just get in my inbox. I'm out and they're like, you're interviewing so-and-so this week. I'm like, yeah, I'm lit too. Like, I'm like, did you hear the flyer? And they're like, she's so talented and she's so cool and da-da-da-da. I'm like, yes. She said, face card. Yes, face card too. Period. I love her.
Thank you, boo. I just got out the shower. I was like, that studying some me time. I had to get my mind right. I was like, we're gonna keep it natural because that's how I am as a person.
Yeah,
thank you.
For sure. So what was there a specific moment you knew you wanted to pursue music like professionally? Is it when you were in that studio that day? Is it?
Yeah, and I think it was so shout out to James Lavelle. He's actually a dope artist and we have a song together. He's the one that I was speaking about. It was a heartbreak song. But it wasn't just a heartbreak. It was the painful journey of love, learning to love yourself. And I had to learn the ugly parts of me and take accountability for where I went wrong. And it just started opening my eyes to just, like that pain that I went through, because it was somebody that I was very dedicated to. I thought that was my person. And I'm not one that jumps from relationship to relationship. Like, I was young, but I was very smart for my age, and I knew what I wanted, and I did a lot for this person, and the betrayal just really opened my eyes. So when I stepped foot in that studio, it was like,
I got something to say.
I did, and then I started singing it. I mean, just my first line in my song Warrior is called "I Gave Away Too Much of Me. Now I Need a Little Me for Myself." That's how I start the song.
So deep.
And it just taught me, like, you need to learn yourself. And I did. And I was single for years up until recently, meeting the love of my life that I
know. I see you just got engaged.
I'm like, man, I'm just beyond blessed. But I feel like all those years of loving myself.
But it took you to heal, because you can't be like broken with, a man that's healed. Yeah. You can't do that. God's not going to send his person to his other person once if you're not healed. I can't give you what I have for both of y'all as a power couple to go out and do what I have for y'all if one's broken, and we don't got time for that. We got to wait each one healed. Exactly. And I'm gonna bring y'all together and tell y'all the game plan.
Yeah, and it's like people don't really do that enough. People don't say, "Oh, I'm on my self journey. I love myself." All this, but did you really take the time to learn yourself? Because a lot of people say that and they're doing the same thing over and over again. But for me, it was like it really, really hit. And that song, Warrior, was kind of like my song of like, I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I think this is what God chose for me, is to share my gift to the world. And personally, it may not be the way some, families always, you need to be singing for the Lord. And I'm like, he knows my heart, and I don't put no negativity in my music. I just sing what I'm feeling. I want people.
And I think that sometimes, people got to realize it's 2025. So if the mission is to, tell people about God, we can't go to the people in the streets that are shaking their ass and talking about sex and drugs and talk about, gospel song. They're like, I don't want to go to church. I don't go to church on Sunday. They got an issue. But if I can go to you looking like you, but I can and kind of understand you and sing music that can still heal you and it's positive, you can still come this way and I can still give you the word for the day. But I still got to bring you in. You're going to be like, I don't want to be no Christian. You know what I'm saying? They just get to.
Yeah, it's like, do it your way at your own pace.
People don't understand that.
As long as you're staying true to yourself, like, that's what I always aim for, is I stay true to myself. Like, I don't let nobody change me. Even if
When's your birthday?
October 20th, I'm a Libra.
Okay, I'm a Virgo. I'm right behind you. Okay, Libra.
Yeah, big. I actually get along with most signs, surprisingly. Like, I haven't really met one that I mean, like, personal fans of certain signs. I have my own opinions, but I have yet to come across somebody that has not loved me.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Your energy is everything. Your energy is definitely everything. So do you write your own music? Or just all of it?
I write it all myself.
How long have you been writing?
3 years only. That's really how long I've been doing this out here, is 3 years. I've only been at it 3 years. I know, it was like the moment. So the first person that I ever stepped out and was booking for me for shows was distributor.
Okay, shout out to distributor. Yeah,
and he was like, "Whoa, I found a star." Got out the music scene for a little bit, but I was always writing music, stacking it up. It's really simple. I mean, I hear music, I hear a melody, and I just write, and it just flows out of me. So yeah, I've always been that way. Hey. Family's good.
Huh?
The family's here.
That's why I said that you were Pure, because everybody here. I know everybody. I actually did some live interviews with them.
I recently joined Pure. They welcomed me. I'm telling you, ever since it's been like skyrocket from here. I've never met a group of such talented other artists.
They're so loving, and it's just so dope. Like, you know, you go in and, hey V, I got your shot. Like, hey V, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's family
vibes. Oh yeah, all the way. Now, if you're not a part of the family, they're not so friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got their moments.
Cool, but like they not so like they gonna let you know.
I love that they got your back no matter what. Like somebody steps to you.
Oh, it's over with you.
Like
they're already on the look. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Yes, and I love Cody too. His energy is so sick, and how he gets
so dope. Cody is so dope. We just finished a song together, actually. That we'll be dropping. So
nice. I gotta hear that. For sure. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. Now, did you do any kind of voice training, or you just get up and sing?
I was in choir. I loved being in choir since I was like young, and I actually took it very serious. I made it to like show choir. Yeah. But that teaches you like mastering your voice.
Best.
I found where I'm strong at, where I'm weak at. You're breathing when you sing. You can't be singing from your nose. You got to be singing from your gut. You know. Yeah, it's helped me a lot to where I actually help those that I work with now.
Yes.
Because I've noticed since I started 3 years ago, if you hear one song and you hear a song now, I sound completely different because you never stop working on your craft. You always can improve. So I'm big on that.
Yeah, definitely. I got my associates in voice performance, so I actually give voice lessons.
Nice.
So, yes, I know all about it. Yeah, I was in the choir all my life, but I actually did the opera route. So I sung in French, German, Italian, and Russian. Went all the way with it.
What?
Associates, and then they got married, and and so I kind of took time.
Oh wow! I gotta hear something. That's dope.
For sure. So do you charge to perform?
I do now. Obviously, in the beginning, you don't want to be that person. If you're trying to build yourself up, but I'm at the point where it feels like I got everything I can gain out of showcases. I'm thinking bigger. To be honest, I treat myself like I'm already at the Grammys. So I'm very precious about my time. I'm very precious about if I'm going to go out, I do need to be paid because you got to believe in the quality of your music. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to. It starts with you. You got to walk out and be like, listen, what I'm about to bring on that stage is good quality music, professionalism. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to bring people that's going to spend money in your club. So it's like, I expect to be paid because you're relying on me for entertainment.
And my people to come to this more so you can collect the check.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cody said, he said you were not ready for this song. She did her thing. I know she did. I can only imagine.
We did our thing because he killed it. He got away with his words. He just writes a verse in like 10 minutes. I'm like, how?
Yeah, you
must teach me your ways.
Okay, so give me the background on, you said we love you, Latina Songbird. We are excited to have you part of our team. She's very great. Addition to our team. Latina Songbird. Now, where do you get this name from?
So, the Dallas streets gave me this name.
Okay, I've been trying to feel like it.
Yeah, actually, Chris Thompson with Flawless Entertainment is who gave me my name. He, from the moment he first heard me, and he just started kind of taking it upon himself to introduce me as the Latina Songbirds in the building. And it kind of stuck. So now everybody calls me that. And I was like, you know what? I think I like this. So I stuck with it.
I like it too. I like it. I definitely like it. And then we have Ron that said, sing a melody for me, please. I knew he was going to say that. He always
stuff. All right. He wants to hear a little something.
Yeah, she can sing.
Let's see. Let me think of like what. Okay, so here's a popular one. After Hours. So I guess I can sing a little clip of that one, but it's waiting on after hours. I want you to know I won't let go. Waiting on after hours.
Yeah.
That just caught me off guard. I was not prepared to do that.
You didn't have to be. You didn't even have to be prepared. All you had to do was just open that little gorgeous mouth of yours. So
Oh, he said Fantasy. That's his favorite song. My manager wants me to do Fantasy. I'm like, but that's not released yet.
Okay, so who's the manager? Rachel.
So I have a promotional manager, and then we have our CEO who still works as our manager as well. He is the one who makes everything happen, but Bougie is my promotional manager. She's like
I love her. Yes, shout out to
my show. She handles all the conversations for me, everything like that. But obviously our CEO works as our manager because he is the one who is behind the scene, like, hey, you're gonna shoot a music video this day. Be ready.
Who is that? Race car?
Race car.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Shouting.
Yeah, I always been trying to figure that. Okay, that's dope. Ron said, "Marry me." Too late. Cheers.
I'm engaged.
Yep. And then saying, "So this is fire." Yeah, freaking fire, wasn't it? Now, did your family play a role in music, or you were, any kind of your family have a music background?
Some of them do. So my brother kind of has a voice. He doesn't think he does. He didn't do nothing with this. So I was like, you snooze, you lose, because you're too old to start a career now. And then my mom always sang actually in the church choir, but she just does it for fun. So really all my family, I mean, I got family in Puerto Rico that plays instruments, bands. They're all part of like big salsa bands and stuff. We're kind of we're known all over Puerto Rico, but there's not many singers. So I kind of like stepped out, and when they heard me sing for the first time, I mean, my family was in tears. They were like, oh my God. So, and they're also just emotional about the fact that I'm representing my heritage and where I came from. Like I did a show in Puerto Rico last year. That was like my first big show leaving, like Texas. And I was like, yeah, I got to come back and do that again. So that's in the plans for the future as well. But
sure,
not very many in my family sing. So I'd say I'm the first one.
But that's dope. That's dope. Starting legacy. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Shell. Bougie B. Hey, she is so pretty.
There she is.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, how do you approach writing a new song? Like, is it like you have to give yourself some time? You got to meditate first, work out, or you're just like, here we go.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have a melody in my head, or sometimes I'll have like that itch where I'm like, I want to work on some music. I'm really big on like it has to come to me. I can't just sit and be like, all right, I'm gonna write a song today. It's got to speak to me. And so I could be like pissed off from traffic. There's a lot of drama going around because that's easy to find in Dallas, unfortunately. I love Dallas, but and so it just kind of one of those things where I'm like, I really like to take time to really be in tune with myself and how I'm feeling. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I had a long day, sometimes a song might come out of that. Like I have a song called Feelings where depression, anxiety, it leads you to a dark tunnel and you just feel like this ain't me. Like what is going on? And so that's what that song was about, is just releasing all those feelings. So it's really just depends on how I'm feeling. And then I will think of the melody first, and then I put the words to it.
Okay. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. She said I had to jump through hoops to get in this damn live. I'm sorry, it was so hard. Ron said, "What's up, Queen V? Good to see you. Look fabulous, woman. She has a voice out of this world, and she's jazzy with the melodies." Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. And thank you, Ron. But yes, I definitely agree. She's definitely jazzy with it. What inspires your lyrics or your melodies?
Well, sometimes, I have a lot of people that will send me beats that they made. They're like, hey, I would love for you to do something with this. And so I'll just kind of play it. Mm-hmm. And then once I start kind of like, freestyling a little hymn, I'll start putting some words to it. Okay. But I'm really big on like listen to the beat and how it makes me feel. So naturally, a lot of people write about love, things like that. But for me, like when I wrote Fuego, I was just in the era of like, I'm feeling myself. I'm in my best version of me. I'm happy. I love myself. I'm in a relationship with me.
Yeah.
And so fuego in Spanish is, because I'm also a Spanish singer as well. It's my Latin pop side. So I got the R&B, but I also do the Latin pop. And so it's saying yo traigo este fuego, and that means like I bring that fire. Like,
Okay.
And so that song was just inspired. I heard it. I was feeling good at the moment, and then I just started like freestyling that song, and it was like, and I just started kind of bopping the hook, and that's just, I don't know, it's kind of like you know how some people can rap freestyle? That's kind of like my way of doing it. I can't rap to save my life, like freestyle rap, but that's kind of how I do it with my singing. It's like,
that's dope. That's talented, very talented. You've been doing that your whole life, or did you train yourself to operate that way?
I trained myself to be that way. I wasn't always like that good at doing stuff like that, just because some people could sing, but it's like they can't write, they can't do this. Yeah, so I had to train myself to kind of check off all the boxes.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good thing. Now, do you usually start with your melody, lyrics, or vibe first? It's the vibe of the song.
The vibe. Get the vibe going, kind of just, you know, just kind of feel where it's taking me, and then that hymn and cadence just starts flowing, and then once I kind of got it down in my head, I just fill in the blanks with the words.
I love that. Ron said, "Sing for my mother." She just joined. Hey, Miss
Well, I guess I could sing for he wants to hear Fantasy so bad, so I'm dropping.
There you go, race car, Mr. Manager.
I'm dropping a new single called Fantasy. Oh my gosh, this song's gonna be, I put my everything in this song. And shout out to Pierre, because we just shot a dope music video. It's a little nasty song. So it goes, come meet me in my fantasy, dreaming about you and me. It's only for your eyes to see, enter my mind and set it free.
Yes. You can sing, girl. Like 3 years is crazy. You would think that you cannot ever give up. Never.
No,
It's like it just smooth. You don't have to.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me get some water first. You just okay. Let me just sing. Okay, and you just get just like this. Yeah. When you're in the studio, how long does it take you? Like you get in and out, or like do you freestyle in there, or do you write before?
I am in and out. John at Session Works, that's my guy.
Yes, shout out to Jeff. I love me some Jeff.
He has been my guy since I first started, and he knows when I go in there, I book my time. And from the moment we start, I got my stuff down. I sing it. I lay it down. I do background vocals.
Yes.
You can get a whole 2 songs done in an hour.
Yeah. Yep.
With everything down. So I don't come to play, especially because, you know, I got to pay for it. So
if you didn't have to pay for it, do you think that you would go in there and kind of take your time more, or you think you'd still be like, no, I'm in and out because I don't have time?
No, I think I would still treat it the same way, just because I just have this thing where I'm respectful of people's time and the effort. Like for him to squeeze me in the way he does now, I'm like, I mean, if he didn't pay me, I still would treat him with the same respect. But I think for me, it's my OCD as well. Like I have to be prepared. There's certain things I'm OCD with, and stuff like that is, yes, one of the top ones.
She's like, yes. How do you know when your song is done?
Oh, that takes a minute, shockingly. I'm such a perfectionist. If I hear like the slightest thing, I'm like, we need to fix it. So like I'll hear one thing, but once I know it's officially done is when I like played it 10 times and it still gives me chills and I don't hear nothing wrong. And I'm like, okay, you're just overthinking. I'm like, it's done. It's ready. It's mastered.
Okay, so at least you know. So like how long does it take you to like finish a song? Like you think you'd be done like in a week, or does it take you like 3 weeks, a month before you're like, I'm officially done?
Sometimes if I'm in the studio consistent, like in 1 week, if I start the song and finish record it and I want to change a few things, I mean like within a few days, I'll have it done.
See, okay, I was listening to you, but she gets on my nerves because she's what I'm on. Those lips. I've been looking at the lips too. Like it is perfectly pretty. And then that's the piercing right here, right?
Yes, I got this pierce last year. So Ashley piercing. She's laughing at me because, well, she So I have this thing that I communicate, especially being Latina with Puerto Ricans, we communicate with our lips and our hands. And so sometimes when I point, I'll be like I just do that.
Oh, so that's what she's doing.
Yeah, and so like when I'm making faces or something don't make sense or like I'm just being goofy, I'll be like, and so they just laugh. I be having race car dying with that, and my fiance just be cracking up because they.
Now, is your fiance a part of Pure too? He's a part of Pure.
He is a part of Pure.
Did y'all meet at Pure?
No, we met last year, and we were not with Pure. We actually, when we met, we weren't with any management to my knowledge. And I wasn't with any management. But put those clothes.
No, Ron, her boyfriend, her fiance is gonna come.
My fiance gonna get you.
Boy, you don't know her fiance.
He don't
dance too. He'll dance circles.
He's crazy. Don't do it though. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Dance too. Can you dance too? Does he dance together, don't y'all?
I mean, I can dance, but I'm definitely not a dance cover like he is. He can get on
TikTok was lit. Y'all did some type of TikTok, Instagram, and he did something. You were like, no, not that way. Don't do it that way. I cannot remember what it was. So cute.
He does, yeah. He'll do the dance. He's viral on TikTok, so all the ladies want to see him rolling those hips on the camera. And I support him. I mean, he definitely is a man of many talents. He'll be at home making his beats. He'll start from scratch on something and then he'll tell me what I think. And I'm like, it's amazing. What are you talking about?
They said be on a different time in outer space, boy.
Absolutely.
Got to. Just a little taste. Just a little bit. Okay, so what part of the creative process do you enjoy most? Like writing, recording, or performing?
Probably recording.
Yeah,
because my favorite part of recording is when I get to spice up the song with background vocals, harmonies, and like ad libs. Like that's like you could tell John gets excited. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. Come with it. And like I just start laying stuff, and some of that stuff is freestyled on the spot. Like I can harmonize like in 2 seconds.
I can imagine. Yeah. You can tell. You can definitely tell how you hit that when you just singing a song and then you just add that little bit at the end. Yeah, that's what he was saying. She adds a little spice to it. Yes.
That's my favorite.
Ron will know his music because I definitely agree. Okay, so tell me about your latest project.
So fantasy is, when you get into a healthy relationship and you crave that person.
So this was inspired by your soon-to-be husband.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we became good friends. I met him at a showcase, and I thought he was just so dope. He's so different and unique. And when we became really good friends, we hung out for so long, and I just fell for him. Like it was one of those things where I felt like this is my person, and it was natural. So ever since. Still to this day, being engaged, being around each other 24/7, I crave this man. Like it's not just about sexually, it's mentally, like what he does for my anxiety, what he does for my mental health. He makes me happy. He highlights the best parts of me. I know I'm not perfect, I'm a good woman for sure, but I think the way that he just shows me recognition, like you are amazing, you do this, you do that, and I'm like, that's good to know. And also what he does for me, like this man spoils me. He spoils me with gifts, love, words of affirmation. I mean, he speaks all my love languages. And I had wrote a song about him called Love Language before we even was together.
Okay.
And that song was love language. He speak my love language for so long. And
did you teach him or did he learn it?
To speak my love language? Yeah. He did it naturally. He did it naturally. And
that's my baby, King Poppy, Texas.
Yes. Oh, he's so funny. He's in the house. And
I see him.
Support that. It's all right. But so that song, Fantasy, it was, I feel like once we got engaged and he proposed when we went on our cruise.
Okay.
And it was so romantic. It was emotional. It was beautiful. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I I'm getting to marry my best friend. And so fantasy is like, well, you get in a happy relationship, your sex life is great, like everything is just amplified. And so I'm like, this man got me wanting to do things I ain't never wanted to do. And so yeah, he's just activated something. And so when I wrote fantasy, I thought about him. I was like, this is how he makes me feel. This is what he made me want to do. And one thing about what I love about our relationship is he's allowed me to love him past his insecurities.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, that's something that's really beautiful about our relationship is he's really opened up. And so I'm like, baby, let me show you something different. You know,
not even from here. Okay,
I'm not. I'm gonna show you how us Puerto Ricanas do it.
Like that tea, because you did something. Who fell in love first? Look, I'm all in their business.
Who fell in love first?
Yeah.
I think we both might have fell in love at the same time because we confessed it to each other. Like, really, we were very open. It was almost like anything we needed to talk about, it was very natural. Like, we didn't hide nothing. And so I don't even like, it was just natural. I was just like, I'm falling for you. And he was like, can I tell you something? Me too. And so I was like, that's it. Like, we just made the decision. I want to be with you. Like, you're mine. And we were already best friends. We were already spending all this time together, and everybody wanted us to be together. Everybody that saw us together, I mean, they were just like, it's a natural chemistry between you guys. I was like, it is. So, yeah, I would say both of us at the same time, we confessed it.
And it was over with from there.
Game over. Locked it.
Period. Locked it. Okay, so tell me, what is your favorite song, your most favorite song that you connected to, that you wrote?
Probably Fallen. Fallen is one of my my favorite songs of my own. I listen to that song and I'm like, I cannot believe that's me. I mean, like, my vocal ability shows in that song. Like, I really connected with that song. I was really creative with that song. I pushed myself. So that one I have to say is my top one. And it just makes me feel so like, damn, like when I hear it.
I did this. How long did it take you to write it? And like to be like, it's ready to go?
I think I sat on that song for like a good 2 weeks because I was back and forth on what I wanted it to be about. And once I finished writing it and I went in the studio, I finished it in 2 days. And my best friend was there in the studio, T. Flores. I love you, sissy. She would love to be joining tonight, but unfortunately, my goddaughter be acting up. So, but shout out to T. Flores because she's also helps me. Like, she's one of my biggest supporters in my fan. She's when we're in the studio, she'll tell me like, nah, sis, you can hit that better. Like, you can hit that stronger. Come on, push that out. And then like, I second guess myself. And she's like, stop. Like, it sounds amazing. It's flawless. So you need somebody like that in your corner. You need somebody to tell you when it sounds bad, when you need to fix it, or somebody that just tells you like, it's perfect.
You're good. How long have y'all been friends?
We've only been friends for 2 years. I met her here. So I didn't know she was an artist. I met her at a Halloween party with somebody that I was friends with in the music scene. And I was going to like her parties. Like, it was like she released a single. So it was like a single release. And I met her. And then we kind of just clicked from there. And then now we want to release our song together. But it's so good. I'm like, I got to make sure that when we release it, it's the right time. So yeah, I actually helped her re-record her music and drop her first single as an artist. It's amazing. It's called Lies of Love, and that's a prime example of like vocal training.
Yes,
I work with her
to
help, like, ad-libs, harmonies, breathing when you sing. So yeah, she's one of my biggest cheerleaders outside of my family and my fiance, but she's been there since the beginning.
Tony said, see a shot, take 3. No. Santa said this, not 3. No, not 3 at one time, y'all. What is your proudest moment so far in your career?
I want to say So I did an interview not too long ago. Somebody asked me, how would you describe the Dallas music scene? And I said bipolar. And I'm proud of myself because through everything that I've faced and everybody, I've overcome. And the confidence that I've found in my music, when I step foot on a stage and Rose comes out, I'm so proud of like how my music has crafted me as a person. Because I really feel like no matter what I went through, it's like I stood true to who I wanted to be. And I didn't let nobody or nothing change that.
That's dope. I like that. Yeah, that's too many shots. 3 at one time. You drink?
I do drink, but I'm a little lightweight.
Yeah,
so if I take 3 shots,
me too. Like, look, we gotta let them simmer down. 3 at one time.
Yeah.
Now, do you prefer live or recording?
Live.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah. I like blowing people away. I don't know what it is. It's like you know that Sasha Fierce, man. I come out there and I'm like, y'all gonna hear me.
And so I'm already assuming you just do it with the instrumental.
So yeah, I do show mixes. There are cases where like some places don't have the best sound, so it's like when you sing over your track. But the thing with me though is when I sing over a track, you can hear my voice.
Yeah, and you're gonna do all that. You're gonna put your ice on top of it.
Yeah, I perform like every performance I do it like I'm already at the Grammy stage. It doesn't matter if there's 2 people in the audience. It doesn't matter if there's 20, 300. Like I'm actually opening up for Amanda Perez Friday night.
Oh my
God. So I'm gonna be hitting that stage, repping, and I'm going to blow the house away.
I know you, man. I love me some Amanda.
I know. I'm so excited. She looks totally different now. When I first was like, oh my gosh, but I just need her to sing Angel.
Me too. Well, yeah. Where's this gonna be at?
It's gonna be at Club Tequila's, Dallas. Doors open at 9 p.m.
Okay, so I know they're gonna have some tequila shots in there.
Oh yeah, you know it. I'm gonna be ordering my paleta shots after I perform though, because
so that's tequila in Spanish.
No, well, I don't know what's actually in a paleta shot because I don't know about liquor. I think it's tequila, but it's basically a Mexican candy shot.
Oh, I like the Mexican candy shots. Yeah,
that's what
around the edges. Oh,
those are my jam.
Me too. She said that's awesome. Hannah said that's awesome, right? That's super dope.
Thank
how does
you.
that make you feel? Like, how did you had an audition for this?
No, they reached out to me. So they went through. I was told Ralph, the promoter, was like, we was looking through a lot of artists. There were a lot of them submitted, and specifically, he wanted me. And my fiance is actually asked to open up as well. So he wanted me in King Poppy, Texas. I said, cried a little bit inside. I was like, oh, screaming, but you got to keep it cool on the phone. I was like, oh my God.
You got to keep it cool.
Like, thank you so much. But then when we got off the phone, I'm like freaking screaming.
That's dope. That's dope.
He was like, just the way that they're treating us is like with the section in the front, VIP, let me know when y'all here. So I'm like, escort, okay. Like,
oh yeah.
So it's dope. This is gonna be one of my biggest. This is gonna be one of the biggest memories in my music career. So I'm excited.
And you're only 3 years in, and like you see these moves that you're making. So can you imagine like in 3 more years? Like, yeah. I
know, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I didn't have to screw anybody for these opportunities. I worked my ass off. When I tell you, I performed in so many places, been in so many people's face. Hear me out, hear me this, hear me that. And now that they see that I'm relevant, they want to come working with me. And I'm just at the place where it's like, I know who my people are. I know who my true supporters are, and they're still here. So it's like everybody else that just doubted me or felt like they was worried about a rapper that was shaking her ass in front of it over me. I'm like, that's fine, because look where I'm at. I needed that to grow.
Facts. Yeah. And then your fiance said tequila, hot sauce, and watermelon pucker.
That's what's inside of the paleta shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What's the rim?
I'm gonna talk about heartburn afterwards.
Yeah, but it's gonna get you right.
So it keeps you sober a little bit. It doesn't get you so fucked up, or what?
I take a couple shots to get rid of the nerves because I get real nervous. I'm more of, I like to digest that plant, the flower. It's good for my soul. And I usually would love to do that, but because it messes with my voice, I can't really sing if I'm, so I'll take a couple shots to get rid of my nerves, but usually it'll rumble my tummy a little bit, but I'll be all right.
For sure. Tony said, hey to Hannah, or Hannah said, hey to Tony. He said, tiny room, yes. Oh, hell yes. We popping in that motherfucker, and you know it. My name is King T. He is crazy. King. That part. Period. I love the team. I love the team coming through. That is so dope.
I love them so much. That's my family.
Yes.
So Laura's dropping her new single. I'm so excited.
So and I love her energy on that stage, and she's gonna get down there.
So cute. Yeah.
Yes. And the way when we first met, we both had our smileys. So we were like,
oh, I know. I was gonna say that is so cute. First of all, I think you are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I think you have such beautiful features.
I think,
and you have a smile that's like, and I'm not even gay, but I'm like, my gosh, she's so beautiful. When I saw you, and I think I had seen you a few times.
Yeah, I've seen you.
You've done interviews and things like that, and everyone speaks amazing about you as well. Especially, Cameron was saying. I mean, he's definitely the reason why we connected.
Yes.
And he was like, she's so dope, such good vibes. And just by looking at your social media, I was like, oh yeah, she's my type of chick. And so I'm like, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. But that, I think not a lot of chicks can pull that off.
Agreed.
So when I saw that, I was like, I just think that's so cute.
I had to go out to eat 3 times, and it was the same little waitress. I can't think of where I went, but I went out to eat to the same little restaurant, and she kept telling me the same time, you need to go get it, you need to go get it. So one night, I'm like, I'm just gonna go get it. And I went back to the restaurant. I'm like, I'm not eating today, but I was gonna show you I gotta go. She was like,
it hurt?
So when she stuck the needle through, no. But then after that, she's like, okay, this next part's going to hurt a little bit. And I'm like, okay, it won't be that bad. And that little squeeze, I was like, Jesus, Lord, what are you doing? And then after that, it healed so well. Like, that's the best piercing that I have in here.
I can't.
That squeeze was like,
not for me.
Okay, now what are you doing? Are you sticking? She was sticking the thing in, like the needle.
Yeah. Everybody asked me if this hurt, but I was like, I mean, it was like a pinch. It was over in 3 seconds, but shockingly, it didn't hurt. I mean, I think the nipples hurt more than the lip.
Yeah, I heard the nipples was amazing. I heard that somebody said like one nipple won't hurt, but the other one is going to be like 50 times.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, my right one was fine, but the left one, it just like I wanted to punch dude in the throat. I was like, stop. And he was just like, if you pause or you move, like, you're just gonna come out like this. So I had to stick still, and yeah, but it definitely hurt. Like, I didn't get a piercing for a good minute after the nipple piercing, but it's cute though.
Yes, I can't. Ooh. I know I can't. Bubble guts. Ride or die family for life now. For sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love you too. Yeah, she's always a vibe when we go out. When we all shows.
She's dope, man. Bougie's dope. But she hasn't even been like, she kind of entered in the whole like managing and promotional. And once we got in it, I didn't know she was doing this. And so then whenever we reconnected and I found out, and I'm like, just by seeing her work, listen,
and her body is
on that the way she promotes us, the way she communicates for us, I'm like, okay, the bougie I know will beat your ass if you talk to her crazy. But then I see this professional bougie that's getting shit done. I'm like, wow.
So wait a minute, you knew her before this?
Yeah, so actually her and KPT are best friends. So they knew each other way before.
In this small world.
Yep. And it's so funny how now she gets to manage him.
Isn't it? Yes, it's a small
supporting his career since like day one. And it's crazy. And then now she gets to be the one that manages it.
That's wild. So I'm trying
to figure out. Crazy.
Yes. And then you ended up, that is wild. That's dope though. What is one of your biggest challenges you've had being a singer in today's scene?
It's honestly the drama. I mean, You'd be surprised, man. Like people really have time for that, and
A lot.
they come after your name, they come after your character, um, all because of personal feelings that they're dealing with. I'm the type of person, a conversation can go so far with me. Clarity. You know what I'm saying? If you have an issue, if you feel like I've wronged you, if you feel like whatever the case is, but some people don't want to be that adult. And so a lot, unfortunately, everybody knows each other out here. Everybody. So it's like when you speak bad, it's gonna come back to the person you're talking about.
For sure.
And one thing I do love is every time something's come back to me, we love you, Rose. We got your back. You know, we definitely are not with that. And I love that I get that energy because that's the same respect that I give. Even if I'm not fond of somebody, I don't have time to be speaking negative on nobody.
Thanks.
I got time to make my money, do what I need to do. Because at the end of the day, the drama is not going to pay your bills. But unfortunately, it does sometimes get to me where it's like, is this all that this industry is about? Sometimes where it's like,
to do.
y'all focused on like what happened to the music? What happened? People are using music to be violent now, and I'm like, that is whack to me. Like, we need to bring back real music that just makes you feel good. And so that's why when I do music, I got to be a part of an amazing R&B cipher recently that Lachey Love released, and I mean, it was amazing. Like the whole project, the unity. She picked what she thinks is some of the dopest singers in DFW and asked them to be on a project. And when I had to say, I'm like, wow, there's so much talent out here. What are we doing? Focus on the drama. Like, we got to do better. Music is supposed to unite, it's supposed to spread love. And that's just something that I cherish deeply. So sometimes the drama does get to me, to answer the question. It does, because it's like,
why?
You're so pure hearted in what you do and what you love. And when somebody tries to attack it, you just feel like, I can't allow that. You know what I'm saying? I work so hard to be where I'm at. But having a team, like being a part of a team like Pure, is like they teach you, listen, you're bigger than that. You know better. You need to stay focused. And it's true. Like, I listened to their advice and everything has just been falling away. It's like plucking like feathers. I'm like, that's crazy. And I really have to just focus on myself, because the truth will always come out. You know what I'm saying? Well, people choose to believe what they hear about you, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? That shows that they weak-minded. And it'll always be revealed. So I just sat back. I let my team, I mean, I'm so grateful for them, because I could be myself. And sometimes people think like, oh, your life is so perfect, or Rose always has it together. And I'm like, Rose don't always got it together. Rose has her days. And I have Bougie, I have Race Car, Cody. So I have everybody I can lean on, especially my fiance, to be like, don't lose yourself. You could feel for a minute, but don't lose yourself. So I would say, like, in this industry, the drama, the attacks, like your name gets mentioned around people you don't even know. It's like, huh? But you work through it, and I just put it all in my music.
I'm just gonna say that all you gotta do is sing through it.
Write a song about it. I sure do.
What was we talking about again? Because you can sing. Yeah, like, you know,
that's sure. How it is.
For sure. Now, how do you stay relevant without compromising your style or message?
That's a good question. What was the last part? How do I what?
Stay relevant without like compromising like your style or your message that you're trying to bring.
I've never actually faced a challenge with that. So I'm like,
I think it's because you probably make those kind of songs that are just in general, like everybody's gonna have everybody's gonna go through shit. Like you make real shit, so it's gonna
it just relates to people. Like, I don't make music and portray something that I'm not.
Facts.
So I mean, some people might say like, oh, you know, I have a lot of love songs. Yeah, because like there's my last when I released that EP, it was 7 Shades of Rose, and it was 7 songs. And each of that song was a different chapter of how I loved at one point. That's true to me. It doesn't mean that I've I've been heartbroken so many times. No, it's just there's a different story. So I just feel like people really got to open up their minds when they listen to my music. But I never sing about stuff that's not relatable to me. Like I'm not out here talking about whipping an Audi because I've never driven an Audi. Why would I be talking about that? So
For sure, for sure, for sure. Have you ever had to make a tough decision for the sake of your career?
absolutely, several times. I mean, it's cut off certain people that I feel like are going to affect that. Um, I mean, it's unfortunate, but sometimes people don't know how to take the personal,
Facts.
keep it business. I try to be cool with a lot of people, but unfortunately, they have other intentions when they're hitting me up, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay, we're
gotcha.
staying away from you. But yeah, I've had to do it a few times, not a lot, because again, like I get a lot of love out here, but there are those, occasional people that try it, and then it's like, now I can't work with you because you did too much.
Facts. Facts. She said, but she said she's real. She'll always be relevant. Facts. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay. So, any advice for a vocalist trying to break in the music scene right
Find your sound.
now?
Um, and what I mean by that is what what kind of music makes you fall in love with music? You know what I'm saying? Like some people listen to country and they're like, ugh.
Yes.
Some people listen to R&B. Some people listen to different stuff. And find your sound first, because if you don't know your sound, your music is not going to have any meaning behind it. Because when you find your sound and you kind of know your lane, the kind of music that you make, it could be so powerful. When you're just making music to be relevant because you want to sound like everybody else so that you can try to get followers and views, your music's not going to go nowhere. So find your sound, stay true to you, especially whenever you write your music, when you are out doing shows, like carry yourself the way you want to be viewed. You need to carry yourself that way when you're out there. It can be so hard to get distracted out here,
Yes.
but that's my biggest advice, because I've seen it. I've seen people ruin their careers. I mean, there's people out here that have been doing music for like 12 years and they're still in the same spot, and I'm like, did you, are you staying true to you? What are you doing?
Day
You're
you
doing
rapping, and next
wrong.
day you're doing, you
You're
said, and
just,
you're like, well, what do we got going on here?
and then you're trying so hard to find, I love Victoria Monet, but in no way do I try to sound like her in my music.
Facts.
I obviously let her style kind of like inspire my stuff. But really I'm the type of artist where with my sound, when I found my sound, I said my sound could do anything. I could do Spanish, I could do country, I could do this, I could do that. Um, Open your mind up to new things.
Okay. Have you ever did country?
No, I've sang like country songs, like cover songs. But I never actually like made a country song. But I do notice that a lot of R&B type of like soulful voices, they sound so pretty singing country songs. Tennessee Whiskey is one of my like my karaoke spot that I go to. It was in Arlington. I haven't been there in a really long time, but that was my highly requested song.
For
Now,
real.
new karaoke spot, race car always wants to hear "Ain't Nobody" by Shaka Khan. So it's been transitioning, but I never wrote a country song. I should probably challenge myself one day to do it.
That'd be dope. I definitely want to hear it for sure. So what is the most memorable gig you've done before the one you're about to do Friday? Or yeah, I think that's Friday.
Probably when I did Rock the Crowd concert
Okay.
a couple
I
years
was
ago.
there.
I did that with DDMA.
Yep.
That night changed my career.
Rocked it.
From there, it was like domino effect, like opportunities and people coming up to me and wanting to work. And I got to, get connected with Trey G with K104. And I started getting radio plays. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Trey G.
Yeah, I know. I love him so much. He's so dope.
I interviewed him twice. And then I interviewed him twice, and then he was my date to the Dallas BT Awards last year.
What? Yeah, he's seriously so sweet. He's
So
always
sweet.
like supporting my music. He's like, I want to hear more of you. Don't ever give up. And I love that. Like he doesn't try to act like he's better than nobody. And that's
He's so down to earth.
And anybody he hangs out with is all like that. And Rock the Crowd, I definitely met a lot of dope people. And still to this day, like Sine the Goddess with MTS Network, Aqua, Money, Miss Money. Like there's so many people, Boss Chick. Like the list can go on. And still to this day, those people show up for me and they show me love. And I will never forget that night. I mean, I was a headliner. It was so much fun. Like that was the first time I actually got paid. Like I was like, wow, you sold tickets, so it's like I made that plus more, and it was organized from start to finish.
Yep.
On live TV, I was feeling myself, and afterwards, I mean, everybody was like, "Girl, who is Rose?" I was like,
let me tell you. So, how do you take care of your voice?
Tea. I drink a lot of tea.
Hot tea.
Yeah, well, for me, not super hot tea, warm tea. Peppermint tea, green tea is my jam. That's like I love it with a little bit of honey and lemon. I do vocal warm-ups before I do anything as far as singing, especially live. Because even me singing on the spot, like it sounds good, but if I was to actually warm up my vocal cords, it sounds so much better. And yeah, so tea is definitely how I take care of my voice. And even whenever I'm not performing, I'll still be singing because it's just good to. I don't know if you ever heard the saying where it's like, God can give you a gift, but he could take it away too. I always try to make sure I take care of my gift and I use it, not just whenever I feel like it's, for a performance. You know what I'm saying? I even used to go sing for the elderly at a rehabilitation center a few years back because I used to be a CNA and I took care of them, and I used to sing for them on the holidays because they don't have no families that would come see them. They didn't care about them. They threw them away in those places, and I would be there singing with them for the holidays and just letting them know that they're loved. So things like that. I mean, over the years, singing randomly, I feel like has helped develop my voice, and I'd be hitting notes now where I'm like, I couldn't do that a few months ago. So.
Okay, deal. What are your show or pre-recorded rituals?
I don't think I really have any.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like a go for it type of person.
Yeah, it sounds
like I just kind of very on the spot do it.
So have you ever had a performance go wrong?
Yes. Actually, was it recent? No, I mean, it didn't happen to me. It happened to somebody else. But I mean, it's like the sound. I mean, one time the lights went out in the middle of a performance. It was so embarrassing, but everybody was so sweet to me because it wasn't my fault, obviously. Like it wasn't anybody's fault. The lights went out.
Yeah.
It was because somebody had crashed outside of the building. That crashed into something and it knocked the power lines out. I've also had, unfortunately, fights broke out to where it ruined my performance, it ruined the performances, stuff like that. Yeah, so it was embarrassing in a way where it's like, why did it have to happen whenever I'm supposed to go on?
Right. Did you keep singing, or you were like, it's time to go?
Well, when the lights went out, I actually kept going. Okay. Yeah, and I even sang at a wedding one time where the DJ didn't know, that poor man, he didn't know what he was doing. He was older. And so I came prepared with my music, and he didn't know how to work technology. He had an older MacBook. And so, I sent him the songs, and I guess, whenever you're listening to an attachment, if you don't keep your screen on, like it's going to close it out and stop the song.
Right.
So he's jamming to me, and then he just wasn't paying attention. And so the song stopped.
Oh, shit.
He couldn't get it back up, and I'm sitting there with the mic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so inside. I'm like, I'm mad, but I'm also embarrassed. These people are looking at me. There was at least like 80 people maybe in there. It was a wedding. The bride's looking at me. The bride's pregnant. I'm like, oh my God. So I just started singing a cappella.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were just like, sing it. Like they were kind of like, you know, amping me on, and I just sang it, the rest of it a cappella, and I was like, thank you so much for having me.
Did you say anything to the man?
Huh?
Did you say anything to the man like afterwards? Like,
well, he was just he was embarrassed too. He was just like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. And in my head, I'm like, you know what happened. But
give it to her. But it's like, you can't. He's like, I can't help Jim. The music was good. Yeah. Oh, that is so sad. Yeah. Hey, OG the realist. Hello, both you ladies. So what is is there a vocal moment in one of your songs that just gives you the chills? And it's like, this is my part right here.
Yeah, and Fallen. So I think that's the one that you was playing.
On my thing. Yes.
I'm falling for you. That one. So that one, when I hear that hook, I mean, like, it just gives me chills because I didn't think it was going to sound as good when I recorded that song. And when he played it back, I was like, oh my gosh, what if this is a song that breaks me? It's going to break the internet. So yeah, that's actually everybody's favorite.
I love that. Oh, now is it inspired by the hubby? It's the one inspired by the hubby.
So when it was finished, yes, because I actually had started that song before him. So I started it, but it was like I didn't know the vibes that I was trying to go for because it's a different. It has a little bit of like electric guitar in it. It's a little rockish. It's a little like R&B, soul. I don't know. It's like mixed together. So he inspired the rest of it, where I'm singing like, and now I crave ya. I gotta have ya. Like that part, that's what inspired the last verse in it. And when I showed him, he was like, shoot, girl. He does this thing where he be joking with this stupid voice he does. And he was like, shit, don't be singing to me like that. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah. You're so cute. You can just see your face. Like that is so cute. Okay, before we get out of here, before we get into Tink Show, tell me, how do you hope your music impacts your listeners?
Well, for the women specifically, I want them to understand who I represent as an artist. You don't gotta be naked to be sexy. You know, that's something so big for me. So big. I refuse. I don't got to be naked. You're not going to change me. I'm not going to be doing all this to be viewed as sexy. I believe me, my aura. Like, believe in who you are. Once you find that confidence in yourself, like, you can be sexy, you can be bright, you can motivate people. Sometimes when I sing, I mean, like, people tell me like, man, I really needed to hear feelings, like I was really depressed and that got me out of it. And it's like, you just don't know the power that you have when you believe in yourself and you have that confidence in you and who you are. Right. I want my music to spread to the people, like that message behind it. And I just really hope that it impacts them positively. Obviously the love songs, that don't really I hope you find a man that makes you feel the same way.
It's like women hope to like what they're supposed to feel like and what they're supposed to, especially the ones that are like still need to hear the journey, because it's like, I went through this healing first. Like I critiqued myself for months. So it's like, I deserve this because I put the work in. Like I went in the mirror and said, hey, you were the problem here. And I fixed what was the problem with self. So of course God gets into my person. You got to do the work first. That means accountability. That means looking at yourself and saying, I fucked up right here. That was
absolutely me. Like from start to where we are now, every song of mine tells a story. And I hope that they get that story from it. Of Rose brings that fuego. She learned to love herself. She's out there doing a damn thing. She's a queen, loves herself. You know, she was heartbroken before, but look how she came up from it. Everything. I mean, she went through so much, and look at her now. And that's what I want these women to take with that, with my music, is like, just understand how powerful you are. For the men, some of them gonna feel the same way. But I specifically want to target women because I think we're so beautiful. We are beautiful creatures in so many different shades, colors, looks. So yeah,
for sure. OG said traveling and the sponsor not introducing the artist to the DJ for the performance. It was humiliating. It was humiliating. Bad representation at a Southern Soul. That's not good.
Mm.
Can't go back there.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yes, for sure. All right. So before we get out of here, tell everybody where they can find you at if they want to book you, who they gotta talk to.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I am at the Latina Songbird. You'll see it. It's displayed everywhere. You'll see my face plastered. If you do want to work, you can hit up Bougie. Their information is on all my social medias. So if you do want to work, I'm always open to meeting new collabs and working and making magic out here. There's so much talent out there. So yeah, follow me, hit me up. Again, I'm opening up for Amanda Perez this Friday, the 20th. But I do have a post that has all the rest of my shows. June 25th, July 12th, those are free shows, y'all. Y'all can come out for free. Just it doesn't cost anything to support.
It's absolutely blow. It's his birthday. You guys are performing on his birthday.
Yeah, he was like, "This is so special to me." I was like, "Me and Teak are about to bring it for you."
About to bring it.
Yeah, and shout out to Teak. That girl is dope, man. I'm gonna tune in so I could watch her interview. But I love her sound. I'm so excited for them together.
Me too. I was like, okay, these are both like, like it's not always like this, but it'd be like sometimes I'd be like, oh, I just really like this person. I mean, they're okay, but this one I was like, okay, press play. I'm like, this is dope. And it was just two different sounds, but it was just so like, this is what I'm talking about. I love this style, but then this is like,
yeah. I like what you said where you were like, you're giving me Christina Aguilera vibes, and then she gave you the Jasmine Sullivan, and imagine us singing together.
Baby, yes.
If you're listening, I'm ready, boo. Let's do it.
Yes. Me too. I'm ready to hear it. Yes. All right. Well, it was definitely a pleasure, and I will definitely be seeing more of you. Yes, keep going. Send me when you make it. Yes, I'm a fan.
Yeah. I got you. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. I was really looking forward to tonight.
Yes, it was dope. I'm glad. All
no
right.
More shots.
Huh?
No more shots.
No more. All right.
Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye. All right, you guys. She was super dope. Like I told you I had some dope special guests. You know the rest of this period, they come with it. Okay. Now, guys, look. If you need a notary, I'm her, period. I will pull up. If you need somebody to make your flyers, I got you. If you need life insurance, let me help you. If you need, any kind of money moved into an IRA or annuity, let me help you. I got you. You never know how much interest your money can grow, over the years that you can't touch. You better let me help you. Okay. Now, if you're looking for like any kind of interviews, you're looking to get with a radio station, definitely hit me up. I got you. If you're looking for a little bit of Medicare, I got you. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for any kind of business flyers, so like, you need to get the business cards, I got you too as well. Just call me. I got you. Okay. Now, guys, look, this next singer, she's got you too as well. If you're looking for any kind of, like I said, Jasmine Sullivan, any kind of soul, any kind of just wake up and be like, this is what I need to hear for the morning, she's got you. I'm telling you. Now, my thought is like, how long has she been doing music? And like, what keeps her motivating? What keeps her style going when 2025 is just, y'all know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? So her keeping her style and still keeping it relevant to 2025. I wonder how she manages that, because she is bomb.com for real, you know what I'm saying? Bomb.com doesn't even explain it. She can't even have a .com. Okay, let me welcome Tink to the stage. Welcome. How are you?
Hello. Sorry, it's a little dark. Still in the car.
She's beautiful. Yes, she is. And come out on the 20th, Queen. I sure will. Okay, so tell everybody where you're from.
I am from, I was born and raised Fort Hood, Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
I now live in Buda, so in Texas.
How long have you been doing music?
I have been doing music since high school.
Okay.
High school, yes.
Okay.
Middle school, I made my first beat. I think my 6th grade year, I believe I made my first song with my mother. So yeah.
What? In 6th grade? So your mom did music too then?
Yeah, she was a singer herself, but she wasn't out in the industry or anything like that. She wanted to be in a sense. So I was a singer as well. They knew I could sing since I was like a baby. I was crying too. They were like, why is she crying on pitch? I was like, listen, I don't. So it was like she can, I think the thing that really caught my mom's eye is I was singing Lion King, and she was like, "You're literally singing, like you're hitting all the notes in Lion King right now." She was like, "Okay, got you." So she realized I really wanted to do music, and she asked someone to set up a studio in our living room, and they set it up, and we recorded a raw song right then and there. I would think I was about 15.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Oh
about
yeah,
14.
that's dope. That's dope. So when did you discover your love for singing? That in middle school, or was it like when you were just like you? Like I know you were probably humming on it, but when it was like, oh, I like this.
My love for singing, I believe, started very, very young. My family used to listen to old school music because I was the only like child of like all adults.
Okay.
So I was listening to like Isley Brothers, like Aretha Franklin. I was listening to the old school music. So I was like, oh my gosh, vocals out of this world, literally levels to this. So I wanted to explore my vocal range at the end of the day. It's same as them. So they would hear me mimicking and copying songs and all different types of stuff. So it was just the love of me hearing music.
For sure. Mr. Clemens said, "Hey, how are you? I'm here, my queen. Let's get it, Teak. My queen is a real inspiration to everyone she comes into contact with. For sure, for sure."
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
so, who are the artists that you grew up listening to, like that you chose to listen to?
That I chose to listen to is, I would say, Xavier Omar. I listen to weird music as well. Listen to James Blake. I listen to obviously QueenV, Beyonce. Uh, Everybody, if you're from Texas, you gotta respect. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. You're like really in your music, yes. So was there a specific moment where when was the moment where you decided to transition and you wanted to do your music professionally? Like, I really want to go after this.
so I started doing music professionally in high school. I got paid for my first gig to sing the national anthem for an A&M game, a college women's basketball game, and they treated me like VIP. Me and my aunt got to sit in the front row. They gave us shirts and like uh, canisters and things, and basically I got paid. That was one of my first kind of gigs in a sense. And my gear up facilitator, she was like, you have to start that standard once you're doing these things, because that's what your business, that's what you're doing. So that's where that started.
But then you start like making money off of it.
Yeah, she was like, you gotta start setting your worth at the end of the day. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is so dope. Did you ever get like any kind of vocal training?
I had a little bit of free vocal training from like my choir director and another director that came in from another school out of town. She used to be a vocal coach to me, and she always used to tell me that I would hold back a lot. And she would just be like, let it go, let that voice go. You have a beautiful soul, let it out, let it go. So, yeah, I had a little bit.
That's good. Okay. So what role did your family play and like your community play for you? Like, I know your mom was very inspirational, but like, what about besides your mom? Like, was your family really into your music?
They are, they love that I do music and everything. They're supportive of my career and what I do. But kind of like anybody in someone's family, they're like, oh, she can sing and everything like that. They didn't realize I was really into it until I came out with a video. And they were like, "Oh, so you're serious?" I'm like, "I've been serious for a couple of years."
Yeah, like Yeah, I'm glad you guys finally woke up. Yeah, for sure. How do you approach writing a new song? Like, are you just
So that actually just happened earlier this week. I just wrote two new songs
okay?
and recorded them myself.
Shit.
Something that for me, it starts with a melody. It starts with me kind of jumbling out words and coming up to some type of conclusion of some type of rhythmic theme first, coming up with that. And after that comes my words. I go into feeling a song, feeling the instruments first, feeling if it makes me feel sad or happy. And then I go from like there. I'm like, okay, if I'm feeling happy, do I feel sexy? Do I feel inspired? Do I feel, I go into the feels, all the feels, uh, to open up and get those songs out.
Okay. Now you said that you recorded yourself. Do you make your own beats, huh?
I have made my own beats before. I'm getting into it. That's one of the things that I like to do. I still want to learn how to make beats, how to master my own songs, how to record myself, because I love, getting to work with other people and engineers and producers, but uh, being able to sit in your house and do it yourself and not have to go out and have to deal with people. Not to say that I'm antisocial, but
Is so yeah, oh girl,
it's
work
very
there for
difficult.
25.
The area that I was in, literally, it was very sexualized, and I couldn't stand it. I'm like, I'm not doing anything for a beat. You can't pay me. I'm not. No.
Facts.
Can we
Facts.
pay attention to this beat, please? They're like, oh, I like your types. I'm like, oh, I like this beat. Yeah, about this beat.
Because look, after that, I'm gonna bring this heat, and you're gonna be upset. So
Literally.
let's just stick with the beat. What inspires your lyrics or melodies?
My life, what I go through, what I aspire to be, and what's going on right now is what I write about.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And it's all you writing. Like you don't have anybody ever wrote for you.
I have had people try to give me their written songs and things of that nature. I haven't used any yet. They have written beautiful stuff for me, but I kind of like writing my own stuff. If it ever comes to me having to like have someone write a song for me, I want them to be a part of the song in any way. It's a collabship, so I don't want it to just be me singing someone else's song because that doesn't feel right to me. So I haven't gotten to singing. They want me to, but I've been doing my own writing of my own music. So
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now, do you usually start with your melody, your lyrics, your vibe first? How you
I
roll?
start off with, I would say the vibe. I would start off with the vibe first. Is this giving me sensual? Is this giving me sad? Is this giving me mad? And then I go into, okay, well, let me hear the melody that I'm hearing, and I'll usually like gibberish it out. Say, for instance, my song. Dun, 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 dun. So just playing with how I want to put it together and then putting words to it. So then tell me what you want from me. I can be your free. So getting into the words and making it fit the melody that I have already kind of chosen in my head. So yeah.
So then what is the hardest beat? Is the hardest part the beat if you don't make it? Because you gotta get the beat that matches the melody that you done just put together. You done put everything together with the beat.
So most of the time, the beat is what kind of starts it for me.
Okay, so
Like
you have
I'll listen to the instrumental or the beat, and I'm like, okay, so I feel kind of sexy and sensual with this. Let me just jot some, like kind of like what's it call it? brainstorm some like melodies that I'm kind of feeling with this beat. I start off with the beat. I keep it natural because I want the beat to be followed and pursued the whole entire time. So it's not like I'm chasing it or the beat is too overbearing over me. So I kind of do it where it's all fitting together because like I said, I start off with that melody after hearing the beat first. So
How long
yeah.
does it take you to like find that beat? Like, 'cause, you know, you got it all together, so it's like, I don't think that's gonna match, or is it like, yeah, I can get on any kind of beat as long as I'm feeling it and kind of make it work?
Kinda. There's only like certain like beats, and there's never really been like a beat that I'm just like, I will never work on that. Um, there's always been beats that I'm like, ooh, that's a little challenging because it's a little different style for me. So I'm getting out of my, getting out of my comfort zone a little bit. But no, I feel like if you're the type of person who loves music, you can hear what you can do out of it in anything.
That's dope. That's dope. So tell me, how do you know when your song is finished? Like, you're like, it's time to put it out now.
I know when it's finished when I have the whole studio kind of copying or singing the song afterwards. Like they're coming out the studio like, girl, I had that in my head. I'm like, yeah, I gotta put it out.
Okay. You're like,
Because they're asking me at this point. They're like, when are you gonna put it out? I'm like, okay, I got you. I got you.
when are you gonna put it out? I love the way you talk. It is so proper. It's so cute. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. We gotta run the comments back. He said, "Tell me what you want from me. I can be your freak." That's the one of the cuts. Say, hottest on the block now is moods, and it's also a video too. Okay, tell us about it though. Moods. So we have mood swings, or the person how he has you like in different kind of freaky moods.
So yes, different mood swings. You caught it the first time. That's exactly what the EP is about. The
Okay,
different mood swings that you catch with somebody
I love
after
it.
you get love bombed, after you get lied to,
Oh,
and,
girl, I
after
got to
you
hear
are.
this. Yes, I love how you came out with something like this because it's so real. People don't always show like they only want to show just parts of it. Like, let us hear the
Mhm.
whole. So
The
that we
whole
can feel like
process.
it too. Okay, and then she felt like me too. Or so okay, so she ran in the car too. Yeah, okay, so she yeah, me too. Okay, so make you feel better. Like I'm not just something that was crazy. Like, okay. And then I went back too. Me too. So yeah, that's definitely it. Hey, oh yeah, your profile picture is so cute. And then the fire, of course. Shout out to Straight Blow though. Yeah, for the connection.
Yes.
Artist is always so dope. Now, what is your favorite part about recording or performing live or writing?
I love it all.
Really?
Performing, I believe I love doing what is not on the track. So you're gonna hear me in live. You're gonna hear me do extra notes. You're gonna hear me hit extra harmonies. You're going to hear me slow some stuff down. You're gonna hear a little bit of a remix, a little bit. So it's gonna be completely different from what's already recorded
Mhm.
because I want it to be. Yeah, you done heard the song, but you ain't heard me sing it live.
You ain't
So,
heard. So you finna hear it now.
and me singing it live, I put my own sprinkle and my stank on it. So
Because I think that's what I guess that's what it kind of is, what it's about when doing it live. You do get to, a lot of artists do that when they do live. If you ever see yourself trying to mimic the song on Pandora and they singing it live, you can't hang because you don't know what they finna do. You're like, well, when did she throw this in here? I thought I was on. Wait a minute. And it's because she live. So yeah, I definitely agree. That's dope. That is definitely dope.
yeah.
Now tell me about your latest project that you have.
So my latest project is my EP move that I was actually talking about. um, that project, I am putting out a 5-course video for it. And my inspiration for it was lemonade.
Okay.
I loved how Beyonce kind of gave you a feel for all the feels of how she was feeling when she went through her situation. And I wanted to give a kind of like step by step mood, feeling, emotion of what I was going through in that situation when I got lied to and cheated on. And how it started off. It started off, we love bombed. I was catching all the feelings. I was caught up. I was, oh, he's so sexy. Oh, she's so sexy. And also, I'm pansexual. So the video is with a woman. So it goes on to be, a little bit of a different scene. Huh?
Pansexual?
Yes.
What's that?
So basically, I am in love with your spirit. You don't have to be a woman or a female or other. It don't matter to me as long as you got a good spirit.
So is it we call it pan because it's more of like a spiritual thing than bisexual?
Yeah, because I don't have to just be with someone who has a male part. You can literally be whatever, however see fit. Because that's not that outside appearance is not the general what I'm going for. It's literally what you got inside you. Can you be loyal? Can you protect? Can you love? Are you about what you say you're about? That's what turns me on.
Shit, that's what's real too. Shit, that's what's gonna keep him up. Yeah, that's all the characteristics that need to be from jump.
Because I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're pink, purple, green, boy, girl, him, she, they. It don't matter to me as long as you can literally
in this front seat. Yeah, the fuck.
be a rider for me, be there for me, like literally be truthful. So
yeah, we crash together. I'm just kidding.
literally, we're going down a rabbit hole together.
Are you ready for the ride? Cameron said song creators never get enough credit in the industry. Do you think so? Song creators, really?
Yeah, I think nowadays it's more based off of popularity, who has the most fan base, who has, and it's not about truthful singers anymore. Oh, thank you, you're beautiful too. Everybody, listen, there's some beautiful ladies on here. But literally, it stopped being about authentic music. It stopped being about the harmonizations. It stopped being about, hearing that instrument behind going crazy and whoever's playing it. Like it stopped being about real music. So that's why I feel like musicians, writers don't get their credit because, yeah, somebody pops off from being already popular and comes off into, doing the music world and they're not really that talented and they're just using auto-tune. Everybody and their mama's listening to them because they were already popular beforehand instead of actually listening to them and hearing that their music is trash, to be honest. Like,
for sure. I definitely agree with you on that one. Let's see. It looks like we might be a little frozen. Okay, so tell me, what your latest project? No, you just went out. So, what song do you prefer? What song do you feel the most and you're connected to that you've written?
Right now, the song that I feel most connected to is Fantasy Dream that I wrote. It's basically just about how I was praying and wishing to, live out a fantasy dream with somebody, that happy ever after, that once upon a time type of, feel that I am a Disney girl, as y'all told y'all I listen to Lion King. I told y'all. So I was a fairy tale princess. I'm trying to tell you. So with that being said, like actually finding that person who, is going to be that Prince Charming in my life, and not to save me because I am that independent, whatever y'all want to think, woman when I need to be, because we all got to do our own stuff. When we die alone. So be it said, um, you know, to actually find that person that is truly in love with you and ready to spend the rest of their life with you. So that song really relates to me. And I love the harmonies on it. I just feel like it's just a wonderland kind of fantasy kind of song. So I love it.
For sure, for sure, for sure. So how has your sound evolved over time?
Ooh, I have gotten out of my opera stage, is what I called it.
That's a hard transition because I couldn't get into it. Was stuck. Everybody was like, "You can sell. You sounds like you're sounding like opera." Like I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go fucking do interviews because fuck y'all.
So you understand my pain. I literally, they were just for a good minute. Like my family would always be like, "That's that choir," and I'm like, "It is." You know, I'm proud of it. Because I loved my choir career. I loved it. You couldn't tell me nothing about it until like my senior year. I stopped kind of caring because I was like, senior year, y'all got all of me. Y'all got the best of me. It is what it is.
It's over with.
I'm out of here. But yeah, my choir career and everything like that ended up going to state.
Yeah.
And they still got my plaque on the wall in Killeen now, but
now you for you to be had did some opera and choir, you don't sound like it. What did you do to what did you do? You would have never I mean that's not a you would have never thought that you sung opera.
I literally played around with my voice a lot to the point where I got told shut up daily. I got told from humming to singing, I got told shut the heck up all of the time because I would just play with my voice and see what notes I could hit or see what runs I could get to and things of that nature without me sounding like a robot. Because that's what it felt like to me, was me sounding like a robot. And they were like, oh, that's your choir, that's your opera, and you're gonna sound like a little opera singer. And I'm like, oh, that's me trying to hit every note at a 90-degree angle. My little mathematical brain, that was me trying to be factually correct in every pitch that I did. So it was me learning to relax. Hey, calm down.
What did you sing? On it. Were you like a soprano, alto, or did you do everything? I would probably think you did everything.
My choir director, actually, yes, he had me all over the place. Like wherever he saw fit to put me in a place where he needed me, he was just like, all right, you're soprano 2 today. All right. I don't think he ever really put me. I think I never got to like alto 2. I got to like maybe alto 1. But for the most part, I was soprano 1, soprano 2, alto. He was like, yeah, you're in one of them 3 spots.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that. I'm like, yep, that sounds just like it. It seems like you went and did everything. What was your favorite?
My favorite would have to be soprano 1, because it would be parts and notes that I was like, ooh, it's a challenge to hit them and to hit them just right too, to be layered up under the choir and everything like that, because we're just the sprinkles on top. So we had to know how to sprinkle. You couldn't be too forceful with it, and you couldn't be too light either, because you'd be a little bird. No, you had to be able to be pin sharp on that note. So it was more challenging for me. So it was more fun. I was just like, ooh, let's see if I can hit this note. Ooh, nice.
He said, let me see if I can hit this note. That's dope. So tell me, what's been the proudest moment in your career?
The proudest moment in my career would have to be the feedback and the support that I end up seeing through like my people from my city or people from other cities. The love and the true, like, I'm finna be there, I'm finna support, like, girl, Tink Shell, I cannot wait to see you again. Like, it really takes me to an entirely different humble level at the end of the day, because I'm doing this to help other people through their mental struggles and things that they're going through, and life struggles and pains and traumas and breakups and makeups and love and sex and all of that. And for people to actually feel that and feel that roller coaster with me and relate to that and have their own testimony or have their own story from that. That right there, just I had somebody cry one time to me after I sung a song, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, come here, give me a hug, like I want to love on you." Like, she said, "Your song just touched my heart," and it does something to me every time. Like feeling that support and that love. It's nothing else above that.
Facts. That's dope. That's dope. Do you prefer to live performances or recordings or studio?
I prefer live performances. I prefer you seeing me if there is any mess ups, or I'd rather you see it in real time. So
Really?
because that's the
You
authenticness about
rarely mess
it.
up, and you rarely mess up. You can't mess up often.
I mean, everybody has they fall or whatever that may be. I didn't have me a couple of falls on stage. I'll tell you that right now.
Like fall with the voice or like actual fall on stage?
Fall. Like us going up the stair, or they had a rug, or they had like literally wood where it was separated and my like heel got stuck in between the creases. Yeah. It's been some times.
That's they're going up the stairs and tripping and stuff. Like going, okay, so what happened? Like, were you in the middle of a? Have you ever like felt once you were like started your song, like anything like that when you're singing and something happened and you fail or anything like that?
It was literally at the end of the song. So it was like the big bang. Because literally me and the mic both fell together. So it was boom, bang.
They
So
heard it. Ooh.
I was like, well, we're done.
Is that what you said on the mic? You said we're done?
I laid out and I crossed my legs. I said, well, that's all.
At least it was the end of the song. That was like perfect timing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We went out with a bang for real. You know
Literally.
The good thing is you can sing. They can't say nothing.
Thank you.
That's a good thing. Vibe out of this world. That's dope that you actually, a lot of people would be like, no, nothing ever happened. No, the mic just probably went out. Like, you are. Something did happen.
No, I busted my whole cheeks. That's how I always go about it.
So do you
And
feel like kind of paranoid? Like whenever you get on stages after that moment, did you get kind of like, oh God, I'm getting a period? Like,
no, because literally, I don't know if it was just the universe or if it was just phones listening to me or would not be. Because then I ended up seeing a video of about 12 or 15 other artists that are mainstream that fell and busted their behind on stage. So I was like, hey, I don't feel bad. They make millions and I make a part of that. So at the end of the day, hey,
a part of that.
a percent. So let's so
For sure.
so literally I'm like, I don't feel bad. The greatest of the greats. I literally saw Prince bust his ass. I was like, Prince, that, and I think his was the funniest. I was like, oh, Prince. Like, not my baby.
I hear he said, oh, Prince.
Oh, wait.
He said, oh, Prince. Tell me about your something that you learned about the industry, like about the music industry that surprised you.
I learned how, well, yeah, it was very surprising to me. I learned how nasty the industry is. And that was very surprising to me because I came into it very naive, very okay, music, notes, crescendos. Like I came into it real.
Yeah, I was right behind. Yeah,
So I didn't know no better.
Yeah.
So I was very, very alarmed when I was overly sexualized for certain things, and or looked at as, that's why I'm wearing my shirt now, looked at as, oh, you're ghetto or something of that type of demeanor in a downing type of sense. So yeah, it got really, really toxic. It got really, really.
Where was you performing
really
at? Where were you at? You were in the country towns, huh?
So clean, clean areas. I was in, yeah, it was some beginning out stage when I was doing music. It was some towns you don't go to at night. It was some towns you don't want to go to.
I knew it. Some. Yeah, it's one of them.
It was some of them, and some
Were you
of
getting paid
them,
to go to these places?
and yeah, they would be paid places. They would be places where they would ask me to host and things of that nature. So it got to be where, why are you pursuing me for a show? I had to be really, really discerned in who was asking me to come to perform and things of that nature. Also, when it came to like, if you're taking ticket fees, door fees in that situation, and you're just paying me promotion, yeah, that don't pay nobody bills.
And then I can't come here through the night. I gotta
and,
watch my back. That's extra.
and not even gonna say that makeup costs too much, but I am wasting it. You know what I mean? So that, on top of me having to waste gas, me having to, for it to be a situation where you're just gaining off of me. And it's nothing, like, we're not in a partnership together. It's not, it's not a working business ship for me at the end of the day.
Facts. And unfortunately, it's like a lot of that out here.
Hmm.
A lot of that out here. What's the biggest challenge of being a singer in today's music scene?
Today's music world. So I am a thick African American girl. So it is very, very hard for people to see past sometimes that, in a sense. And I've had that happen to me a few times, a couple of times. But I've learned now I don't take it to heart, because who wants me and who's for me is gonna need me and is gonna want me and it's gonna show me that they, gonna respect me, where I'm gonna be of worth in that place at the end of the day. But yeah, they didn't want no little black girl like me. I'm a little different.
Yeah, I think it might. And so, do you perform out here, or like when did you leave Colleen and come out this way?
So that's crazy. I ended up leaving Colleen and going to like Dallas area.
Okay.
And that's where I shot like my biggest video. And I started getting close to the Dallas people and seeing how they are down there, and then I started venturing to Houston. Then I started venturing more in Austin, and I started going to like San Antonio and things. So
who was like the best supportive for you?
The best supportive place. Because they're all different. They all got their own different swaggers. They all got their. So
I heard Austin was like the place.
Austin's very big on support. I would say, yeah, Austin is number one on support.
So much.
Dallas is definitely second. Houston is third. San Antonio is fourth. And I would say Austin area is like the rock, country, pop kind of culture. That's what's kind of popping in that area. You got Houston is where the singers are. When I tell you, hands down, they get down without no script. They get down with the band players and they just go. I went to a performance there, and it was just, they set the band up. They were like, you got a couple of minutes. They were like, just vibe out with the band, sing what you want to sing. And there it is. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, wow, have fun. I was like, oh, y'all do it. I was like, okay. There's nobody needs a track or my music. They were like, no, you just go off of the band. You just, sing off of them. Real, basically, to me in my head, it was like real singers, can just sing off of nothing. I was like, you right? Yeah, okay, let's go with it.
Can you imagine like if it was somebody that like drove all the way out there and they could not, like, this is, I've never sung the band before. Like,
I think some people came to get out of their comfort zone, because even if you didn't want to sing, it was a lot of poets too. So if you wanted to do a poet, if you wanted to do a type of poetry while the band was playing, you could do that.
okay.
It was a very kind of free space, no judgment kind of zone. So I really liked that type of element. It was authentic to me. I was just like, oh, I love it. It was just the, it's kind of the feeding off of one another and being in the middle of live music. That's what that was like.
I almost took you back to your choir days.
Yes. It really did.
For
It
sure.
really gave. It gave me a sense of like not just feeling the music, but like I said, being in the middle of it. Because like when you're feeling the drums and you're feeling the guitar player and you're feeling the keyboard player and things of that nature, and you're literally looking at them and they're hitting the cues while you're hitting a couple of notes, and it's just a feeling like everybody's bouncing off of one another, and it's really just
like when you're in the choir, like if you're doing a big song and you have like
yes,
you have the director and you got the piano and you got the saxophone and you got the thing, and it's like whoop,
yep.
whoop, 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 whoop. It's like
Everybody has their role, everybody loves it, and everybody is just enjoying themselves, and that's
music. It's like beautiful. It's like breathtaking. You can't even really explain it. You just gotta.
Yeah.
And even it's so crazy because like even if you think that you don't like it, like you have no choice but to fall in love with it. It's just too beautiful not to. You don't even know what they're saying, but it's like it's beautiful.
I've told people multiple times that me and music have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that may be, girlfriend relationship with each other. But it's more of like, I know you ain't never gonna leave me. That's what music is to me. Like she's like, you can leave, you can be distant, you can not listen to me for a day, but you're gonna come back. You're gonna be listening to a song or something, you're gonna be hearing a beat, you're gonna be hearing a melody in your head. You're gonna come back sooner or later. So music is just you can't do nothing when she comes knocking at your door.
Facts. It's over with. When she comes knocking at your door, you surrender all. Surrender all. So what is your pre-show or pre-recording ritual? Do you have any?
Pre-recording ritual. So I used to have a kind of Jackson 5 mom.
Oh, for real.
So like I said, my mom was the first person I recorded with.
Yep.
So she was very, very stern, very, very strong woman minded, very you can do better, so very, very critiquing of me when I was singing, because she knew my ability, she knew what I had, what my range was. She heard me all the time. She was part of the people that was like, if you don't shut up that I was telling you about. So with literally her like helping me and making the song and everything like that, it really kind of like, I think I got too far into another question. I'm sorry, my brain's scattered. Ask it one more time.
No, you're okay. So what is like your pre-show or ritual recording?
Pre-show ritual. Okay, that's what it was. I had to retrain my brain to not think that she was in there telling me things. That's what it was. So I used to have Tourette's beforehand. I used to be very, very anxious before getting in the studio. I used to be very like critical of myself in the studio. Like I said, they used to think I had Tourette's because, anytime I would mess up, it was like, dang. I was like, and they were like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on with you? I'm like, it's just, I heard my mother's voice. Like, you can do better. She passed away my freshman year. So I had to retrain my brain before getting into a studio session or like recording or anything like that, specifically recording, to literally relax. Like,
Was it still hard? Was it hard to sing knowing that y'all did it together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot of, you had to heal from that. And to be even, I would think, to be able to even sing a song, because it's like, you know, so many memories. It's kind of like, wow.
and that's why I said me and music have that kind of relationship, because the amount of time that I've dipped off and been like, I'm just never going to sing again. And I'm here with you today, uh, talking about another show. Yeah, it has been a lot of traumas in the rawness of singing for me. It was a little bit difficult. It was a little bit of a healing, crying kind of time when she first passed. Literally, my first like legit choir concert was the year she passed, and it was like the month right after she had passed, and we had buried her and everything like that, and I had a choir concert. And for some reason, I don't know why, my phone, like, I don't know, it did like some type of Facebook thing where it shows you old memories or an old text message or something like that. And it popped up my mom's text of her telling me about another showcase the year before. Hey, baby, you're going to do great. I love you. Wish I could be there, And it literally popped up as soon as that, as soon as I was thinking about her at that time. And I was like, that's how I know in spirit that she's still, cheering me on in that department. So I don't need to like pause it or hate it or stop it just because she passed and we can't do it together anymore. So I had to like retrain my brain on that kind of and get out of the depressed and unhealed me, is what that was. I was just like, I'm done with it all. Like, my mom's gone. I can't know all of it. I can't hear no songs. It was hurting, but it was just like, you can also think of it with the cup half filled as well, because those were memories that were happy. Like when me and my mom would sing, we sung Prince of Egypt together.
Yeah, I did.
Like the many nights we
Yeah.
prayed with no hope anyone could hear. In our hearts of full song, we barely understood. So like, and
Keep
just
going. Oh my
singing
God.
that.
Hold on. That's my song. It's my shit. I love that song. Oh, and it was just so pretty. You just was just, ooh, that was gorgeous.
Thank you. It took me a couple of years to be able to like re-sing that song. And I sung it for a choir performance. It was like our little talent show that we had at our school, at our high school, called Club Allegro. And I sung it with one of my choir friends, Camille. Me and her sung it. I believe she was Mariah Carey and I was Whitney Houston. Um, So it had people crying. It was like,
Yeah.
and we didn't even know we did all that. Literally, people were crying from our little talent show like that we put together and stuff. So yeah, it was a fun.
I love it. That was so pretty. Yes, 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 yes.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. So what do you hope your music, what do you hope that your music does for your listeners, for your fan base? What do you want the impact to be?
I hope that it heals you, that it soothes you, that it gives you a reason when you don't feel like there's any. I know there's been times where I don't even feel like getting out the bed, and there's a song. I'm like, living my life like it's golden, living my life. I'm gonna get out the bed. I got you. I'm gonna get out the bed. You got to hear that have that one song that's stuck in your head that motivates you. So it's just,
Kind of like your spirit like talks to you through music. Through your life.
yes,
So it's kind of like you're stuck with it no matter what, because your signs come through the music. Your life is put together through puzzles, the music. So you're kind of bonded with it to get through the chapters that you have to get through life. You don't have a choice.
I wanted at one point to be a music therapist. I'm a vocal coach now.
Okay.
So I wanted to be able to help people through my music, the people that couldn't speak verbally or couldn't speak, you know, just in general, can't speak their feelings. I wanted to be that voice through music. So.
Okay. Okay, that's dope. So what would you sing? You would go sing to them, or how would you?
So we would either create music together, or either I would help you release like through warm-ups and things of that nature. Cause I have a warm-up where there's literally like a belt that you do. And it's not like a scream, but it's just like a yeah, just to get all of that voice out. Just to get all of that stress, all that relief, all of that everything. Just get it out. Let it release. And it's just one of those things that I know helps my clients, and I know it's always helped me to get through.
How long have you been giving voice lessons?
I have been giving voice lessons for a good 3 to 4 years now.
Okay. That's dope. That's, can you play the piano too?
A little bit. I can play enough for warm-ups. I can't play enough to play and sing a whole entire song, but I know.
To get your, yeah, for you to get your stuff getting, yeah, for sure, for sure. That's dope. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. Now, what role does vulnerability play in your music?
It plays a huge role. Oh, vulnerability. I actually was just talking to another musician about this, where I am having a difficult time writing the songs that are about like my family and my parents, because those are really, really soft and very tender, vulnerable parts of me at the end of the day. And for me to have to go through all of those traumas and experiences and things, to speak on them, to write them, and to make them into music, and in a sense to have to relive it, is a very, 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 very vulnerable part of me. Because literally I'll get to like two words, or just the chorus or just the verse, and I'll immediately start crying and just thinking about all the stuff that I have actually been through. So to actually release that and let people hear that is like me showing my bare ass cheeks to people. To me.
That's good though. That's a good thing. So not like that, but I mean like that you're just so open. That's it. Who are some emerging artists or singers you're excited about?
Emerging singers and artists that I'm excited about. Well, obviously Songbird. Oh, I'm following. You already know.
Yeah.
Y'all
gotta do the song together.
We got to. But I just feel like we probably have around the same kind of like music ear, and it's gonna be too easy. Like I have those feelings when I meet other musicians. I'm like, I already know we're gonna sync.
It's gonna be sick.
And it's gonna be beautiful. So I'm already comfortable. I already love it. She did a wonderful interview as well, so I could feel her authentic self and everything. So I love it. I love it.
It's gonna be like so dope for sure. Now, are there any causes or issues you use on your platform to speak on?
There are times, yes. I talk about hunger. I have talked about how people treat each other in general. I've talked about the community on all sides, LGBT, Black, all of that. And I feel like I've had statements in different departments and areas and like political places and things of that nature, but that's not and technically my place. Just stay woke. Stay woke.
No, for sure.
For me.
Charge to perform?
What'd you say?
Do you charge to perform?
I do, but I have a certain amount of shows that I do for free as well.
So how do you dictate? Is it like just the first come, first serve, or?
So I kind of have goals for myself. I set out, for me, I would say throughout the year, I would have like 10 free gigs that I do. And yeah, whoever first come, first serves, it's like, hey, you know, you want to come perform? I have this, you know, venue. I have people wanting to come out. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely down for the music. I'm down. I'm here. And I'll promote my own flyer. Heck, I'll even make my own flyer. Um, and I've done that multiple times before too. So, yeah, that's pretty much my spiel.
That's so okay. What legacy do you want to leave as an artist?
As an artist, I want to leave being everything that everybody told you that you couldn't be. That's what the legacy that I want to leave is, resilientness, strength, being able to push through this industry that has been sex based, popularity based, being able to push through all of the negative and the naysayers and everything, and still being able to be you, be true. And they already know what I'm about to say. Being
Yep.
yourself.
That's my brand. BUBEEU.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like. If everybody was like just started off being them, we would all have gotten to like our blessings or purpose. You know, we got to go through tests. You know what I'm saying, in order to get to the next levels. I mean, it's just life. You know, God put us through this before you get your big blessings. So I know that when you get here, you're ready for what I have for you. We can't go backwards. We can't go back. So I'm gonna put you through this. And I think that a lot of us get drifted off because it's like, this is our lane, but we're not. We see Sarah Mary doing the most over here, and we want to try it. Like, hey, I'm not really, you know. So I want to be like Sarah Mary. So you become Sarah Mary, and you got your consequences after you became Sarah Mary. And Sarah Mary getting her consequences too. You just don't see Sarah Mary's consequences. And now you getting yours. Now it's taking you off your lane. Now you got to get back to where you at. Now you get here again, and you're like, I don't want to be like Sarah Mary, but I want to be like Johnny and Billy. They not like Sarah Mary, but it's still not who you. That's not what I have for you. I need you to focus and watch the signs that I have for you, because your blessing is different. It could be bigger than them, but you don't know. So I'm like, if you just be yourself from jump, you'd be like, you know, you'd be there where you want to be faster. You know, we all go through it. I mean, it's life, you know, but it's just like, I try to tell my kids, like, hey, just be like, just, you know, be great. And then the cool part's going to come in. You're just standing out. You're being great. Like, everybody want to be like you, you know? It's like, come on now. Tell me, is there a part in one of your songs, it's probably a million of them that I know, but that gives you the chills? I know it's tons of your music. You're like, this is my part.
On my song Tell Me, at the end, I did this run from the high tippy tops of the mountains and came all the way to the depths of the Gulf of Mexico. Listen, I'm talking madness, but I literally was in 2 different range places, and I can hit it. But when I first did it, I was like, how on earth did I do that run? Like, that was an accidental. I was just feeling the moment, feeling in the recordings, you know, studio, just getting it and just hitting it. And I was like, how am I going to recreate this? Like, while I do this live, I was like, you really, like, you set yourself up, sis.
You did it live?
I did it live. I did it live. But I was nervous ahead of time because I was just like, that was like a soul-based feeling kind of moment. So I was a little bit nervous on doing it and practicing it and being able to do it the exact way I had did it, because I wanted it to sound precisely how I did it on the track. But yeah, that's one of the moments where every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh, I'm wet. Okay, I'm joking. But
no, for real. I know it's beautiful. What about a most memorable gig? Like, which one of your most memorable gigs that you did?
Most memorable gig. It would have to be The one that I just threw for myself, it was a
you did.
video shoot barbecue showcase.
Okay.
So we had barbecue, we had food, we had chicken, all different types of soul food, beans, greens, tomatoes, the good stuff, and drinks and things to go with it. And then we had my video shoot, which was a little bit, it was, part of the night, so it was more authentic to go with it. And then the showcases where people came out and performed and had an amazing time doing their music and us supporting them and just the community at the end of the day. It was really, really fun, beautiful night. Just everybody turned up and had a good time. And it was something
that's
I
how
was
you know when
excited.
you have a fan base, when you can do stuff like that.
I was like, I didn't know people were going to show out the way that they did. And I was super, super grateful for how they did. Cause I was just like, wow. Like I said, that's what shows me the love and everything in people and how they're going to really show up for you. It makes me just want to show up harder for everybody. So
For sure. Motivation, like for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so for your fans, what's something surprising that they don't know about you?
Surprising that you probably don't know about me is something new. Something new that y'all don't know. Trying to think. Because I'm pretty much kind of an open book at this sense as well. Like a lot of people, if you ask me, I'm like, I don't mind. I'm really one of those type of people. But I guess that I am. Oh, okay. Well, I guess something that people don't know about me is that I am in anime and cosplay, and I'm a weeb or whatever they want to call it, web or whatever that is.
Okay.
I love my fairy tales, my comics, my rom-coms, however you want to put it. All of those animated, crazy looking shows and things of that nature, futuristic kind of looking things. Yeah, I'm all into that. Mermaids, all of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sci-fi kind of situations, I am into it.
For sure. Okay, so before we get out of here, tell me, what's the one thing that you're working on when it comes to self?
Oh, when it comes to self, I am working on time. When it comes to self, I don't like to give myself time. I'm a goer, worker. So I have to sometimes prioritize self and be like, hey, sit down, relax, calm your brain. Cause yeah, I'll go overboard, overload, overthinker, all of that.
When's your birthday?
So I am a 9/11 baby. I'm a Virgo.
Me too. I'm 19. And when you said overthinker, I'm a goer, I'm like, this sounds just like me. I'm like, this damn near kill yourself. I'm like, this I'm like, this sounds like me. And I'm like, 9/11, okay, we right around the corner. Deal. Yes.
So and when you said it earlier, I was like, oh, okay. So we got birthdays coming up in September.
Yes, period. It's around the corner. It's crazy how it's already around the corner again.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
I'm like, and at this point,
Let it fly.
30 than I am anything else. But you know what? I don't care.
You said what?
Said I'm closer to 30 than anything else. But at this point, I don't care.
Oh, I'm way past the 30. I'm like, this to be close to the 40s.
See, But that's beautiful though. I can't wait till I get to the point of I don't give a fuck. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I need to get closer to the bag. You know, as you get older, you get wiser, you get more smarter. You know, you say you get closer to that. I need to be up there. Come on, just give me.
That's what I mean by the don't give a fuck, because you're not worried and stressed about the stuff that you were worried and stressed about at 20s and 30s. You know what I mean?
None of that. It's like I need to be consistent on making this money. This residual.
Thank you.
Like, is you on? What is you on? Oh, you not working today? Okay, well, I got off of work and I worked again, and you got off of work and got on the game. We are not the same. Don't call this phone no more. This not gonna work. Quick.
Felt. Oh, definitely felt.
Because you cannot be a liability, baby. I'm too old for you to be a liability.
See, I'm not even that where. But at the end of the day, I just don't have time for it. I don't. No, I don't.
Especially not with strawberries being $30. Like, come on.
No, can't. No.
All right. Well, it's definitely been a pleasure, and I definitely got to come see you guys live for Straight Blow Sing birthday. I think it's first birthday. I think that's super dope. He picked two wonderful dope artists for sure.
I'm super excited. I don't know if y'all, I know I'm a little dusty right now because I just came off of work and everything like that. But I'm gonna be showing my whole entire ass. I'm one of them. I like to show my body since I am a thicker girl, and they don't like to see, these chunks out here. But they gonna see on Wednesday. I tell you that. We'll see them.
Period. You gonna see me?
It's gonna be what it be. But you were beautiful, and I loved your energy and spirit, and I really, really do appreciate you pushing back the time for me and everything. I really do. I thank you.
Yes, it was definitely a pleasure, and I'll definitely see more of you for sure. I'm gonna try to make it out to the show for sure because it's his birthday. And to see y'all, but you know what I'm saying? It's like his birthday too. So
no, I understand.
Hopefully they got some cake in there. Hopefully they can bring him a cake. Maybe I can bring the cake. I'm gonna be like, as soon as you cut the cake, I need my slice. You see? This is not for the community. I brought this for you. You know it's hot out here. Yeah.
And that's that Virgo in us. That's that.
They didn't give us no. They each thing. They could have charged. They charging for this high ass wine over here. They're taking it. So I tried to go over there and talk about a cup. I said, "How much?" Oh yeah. I'm glad I took a shot before I left the house.
See, I be trying not to think like that, but then I'll be like, ugh.
I don't like it. I'm not a wine drinker. So I'm like, I'm not even, if it's something that I like, okay. But if I'm not, I can't even pretend today because I don't even like this. So for me to speak, I'd rather get
price $20 for a cup. And I'm like, baby, it's not that good. I can get $20 for a whole box. You know what I'm talking about.
All I got to do is get in my car and go that way. And I can run into it. Like, no. Mr. Clement said, I want to see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded and the marathon most definitely continues. Period. I like that.
He always ends out with a good quote. I love it.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Well, it was a pleasure. You have a really good night.
Thank you. You as well, love.
You're welcome. I'll see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
All right, guys. She was dope. They both were dope. Okay, period. You guys are gonna definitely come out to the event on the 27th. The sing event is free. It is at the Winery, and it's definitely dope. You're gonna have the two women that I just interviewed. Did you say? Okay, period. Yeah. If you need to see, you can borrow my glasses. I got 3 pair. No, for real, I do got 3. No, but for real, you can borrow my glasses if you need to see because you know what I'm saying, they are bomb and you need to go see, okay? Definitely. And tell Straight Blow happy birthday, okay, by the way, period. And if I show up with a cake, you can't have it, okay? Just kidding. Anyways, you guys, now don't forget to join me in 2 more weeks. I got 2 more dope special guests. They're actually going to come from Straight Blow. Saying, yeah, they've been hidden lately, you know what I'm saying? He has great taste in artists. I'm not going to lie. Every single one he's brought me, I'm like, they were amazing. Like, they were dope. Like, their energy, like, I mean, I'm not even gonna play. So, we're gonna keep doing our thing. Okay, period. Anyways, hi guys. I will see you guys later. If you need me, do hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Okay. I got you. All right. Now don't forget you can and you will. Don't forget those goals. Okay. You want that? You want that bag? You gotta go get that bag. You can't sit on your ass thinking the bag's gonna fall out the sky. No. All right. See you later.